with all of us because once you receive these names, you're held accountable for that. Now, what you gonna do with the name Yahshua Yahweh Elohim? You held accountable for that. Now, let me get where Moses got the name from Yahweh, because nobody knew his name back there, and from Adam on down to Moses. So he's the first one to receive something great that a man should always keep in his heart. Now read.
Exodus 3:13.
Read.
And Moses said unto Elohim,
Moses said unto Elohim, read.
Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the Elohim of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And Elohim said unto Moses, Aya, Asher, Aya.
Okay, Aya, Asher, Aya. Or in other words, I will be what I will to be. Or in other words, if I'm being this burning bush in your consciousness, and you see this, me talking to you, I'm this in you, because that's why I will to be in you. Now read.
And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I will be have sent me unto you.
Read.
And Elohim said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, the Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
Now, this name is Elohim. Now, I told you, when this pure spirit state, this is the origin. When Yahweh took on shape and form, he went out of the creating business. I'm talking about the Father himself. And it was Elohim that, Yahweh Elohim, and that created both the angelic and the physical creation. So, when Yahweh Elohim manifested in the flesh, he basically talks about his Father. And, to do the will of the Father, this is how you do the will of the Father. You just have Yahshua formed in you, and then you do the will of the Father. And that's how you do the will of the Father. And you can check your consciousness, and you probably, if you want to know if you got the Holy Spirit or something, you just check your consciousness. And your conscience can't lie because it's Yahweh anyway, but, you just check your conscience and see how much Holy Spirit you got, or you got it all, once, or you still having it form in you. And, and that's and that's Yahshua himself. Yahshua is formed in you. And Yahshua have a bride. And you become, once you have that spirit in you, then you have these 9 divine attributes, such as intelligence, wisdom, and knowledge, beauty, love, justice, foundation, power, and strength. You have all these attributes. Just like these attributes took on shape and form, when you hear the genuine truth for preaching of the gospel, those attributes take on shape and form. And, and those are 9 divine attributes up in you. Now, this is the reality. We don't want to miss this stuff, like, play games with this teaching and do different things. And, because we held accountable for the names. We held accountable for what we know. I know I'm held accountable for what I know. I just asked Joshua just to keep me, and and hopefully, if it be his will, because we got to do it according to him, not according to us. That Bible is his ID, and if you look at these charts, Dr. Kinley said this is the vision that he saw. So you just see by reading that ID, and you just looking at things up, and once you look things up and read and do some research and learning from the Bible, then you can see how these charts and these stories come into place. And that's how it is, and we just know that, we down to the end of the age, and this thing, since Dr. Kennedy had the vision, it's been getting, since 1931, this thing been getting worse since he was living and since he passed on, and it's still getting worse and worse and worse. Man's hearts is evil continuously because they all violated their consciousness. So that tells you we getting ready to go home. But the question is, with you, are you ready to exit it up out of Egypt and go into the age of immortality. You see what I'm saying? That's why we come to these classes, so we can hear the genuine, so we can hear the gospel preached. And once we hear the gospel preached, some people are like, well, you know, I want some understanding. Well, you know, you could go to Yahshua for that. You know, just say, Father, Yahshua, you know, give me some understanding. You know, you want to, you know certain things, he'll tell you. And it's simple, you know, but, you know, certain things, like with me, I always told myself, you know, like, I had to start over from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Because over the years, I thought I knew something, but I really didn't. And that took a lot of breakdown in my soul because we don't even know the surface of what we really think we thought we know. And that's why I have to say, well, I just start over from scratch, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just, you know, learn the right way according to Yahshua and him and his father, and, you know, and then, you know, to have Yahshua formed in you, you know, that's what everybody come down here for. We didn't come down here just to relax because, you know, Yahweh said, well, you know, I got to go to class and, you know, and I don't know. It's just a basic routine, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be, like Dr. Kenley said, you know, and I heard other people say it, like I heard people say, you know, like you could be in heaven sitting in your seat right now. If you really understood this thing. And the way you be in heaven sitting in your seat, you know, you got to have Yahshua keep it forming. And, you know, and conscience-wise, you know whether you're in heaven or not. Because the conscience can't lie. So that's why I was saying, you know, be obedient to Yahweh. You see, Yahweh, he sees all things. He sees both good and evil. He created, you know, he said, I Yahweh form the light and create darkness. You know, I make peace, I create evil. I Yahweh, I do all these things. So what the prophets and them saw, you know, they, you know, received a divine vision and revelation too, or they was called up to the third heaven. And, you know, all the prophets, like Dr. Kenley said, you know, if he don't say what the apostles or Yahshua or the prophets and them saying, he just a liar just like the rest of them. And you know what scares me the most? You know, when you on this floor, you have to really think about what you say on this floor because not only it can affect your soul, it can affect the souls out there and people that's watching. And, you know, it takes, you know, that's why with me, you know, I just give a testimony, like, you know, but I just preach and tell y'all some secrets that helps me out and what I know. And you know, and it's simple, like, you know, it's easy for Yahshua to say the soul. Sometimes you got to talk to him, you know, the way he wants to be talked to. And, you know, I'm not, you know, we don't put people in heaven or hell or none of that stuff. That's not our job. We don't have the power to do that. You don't even have the power to wake yourself up in the morning. And sometimes you be sleeping and like, oh, I got to get up, you know. It be stuff, you know, and then you are saying that's a, you know, when you lay down, that's a death. When you go to sleep in your dreams, that's a burial. And Yahweh wake you up in the morning, and Yahshua wake you up. That's a resurrection. Right. And, you know, everything is a death, burial, resurrection. You know, always keep the death, burial, resurrection in your heart. You know, if, you know, what can I say? You know, things are just too, it's simple, but, you know, everybody don't get it. And some people, if you tell people the truth, it might burn them up like that, you know, and it just burn you up, you know, and sometimes, you know, it happened to me constantly, like back in the past, you know, like, oh man, it be, you know, he talking to me or something, you know, it be things like that, you know, it be funny stuff, but you know, it burns that carnality there. It gets those demons out of there. Them demons gotta go, man. Once Yahshua had his gospel preached, a true son that got the Holy Spirit and they preaching the gospel, them demons fleeing. They just, you know, look, man, you know, it's hot as hell up in here, man. We gotta go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahshua is in you. And since Yahshua is being formed in each and every last one of y'all, you know, it heats up with those demons. Them demons like, man, look, Yahshua, just let us go and be, you know, how it's supposed to be according to Yahweh, but that's how it is, and once Yahshua preached the gospel, or Yahweh preached the gospel, because they are one and the same. There's a unity, there's no Trinity. You got Lord God and Jehovah, Jesus Christ, no J, no Jesus, no Jehovah, no Lord. Lord means Baal. And, God, it comes from, ancient Egypt and with the Canaanites and all that stuff. But, all that stuff, these names have power. If you like, just if if you was look, it just I would tell you the story that I had experience with, but I don't want to tell it. But I was in a tight. Well, I just say this: I was in a tight situation, and I couldn't. Look, I almost got either got initiated by the gangs to be in that gang that got killed. And I just, called Yahweh in my mind, and Yahweh, and I just heard a voice say, I was in the room too, because they had bats and poles and hammers and all that stuff too. This is when I was like 15 years old, but once I called that name Yahweh, he just told me to get up and walk out the door. And I walked out the door, and I'm in the heart, and this is LA too, I'm in the heart of the ghetto. I just got up and ran down the stairs and ran. I don't know where I'm going, but this is true. The true story is Joshua was my witness. The name Yahweh came to mind, and he made me call him, and I just came out and went out the door, went down the stairs, it was people outside. I went past the people, went and made a right, and I just kept running, and I just waited at the bus stop. I don't know where the bus was going to take me or anywhere, but the bus came. I just got on the bus, and it took me straight home. And something, and it's just stuff, like Yahweh can get you out of anything. You got to really believe that he is, and he's a rewarder for them that diligently seek him. And that's what faith comes in, that in truth. You got to love truth, because truth is Yahshua, so you got to love truth. And once you love truth, then that revelation and understanding will come to you, and you will know what is, like I said, with the consciousness, and you got discernment, and you knowing the difference between right and wrong, and it's hard to do right, and because we want to do what we want to do, but Yahshua just say, look, do what I tell you to do, because I got something better. And that's better. And look, sometimes you got to give it up too, man. Like, sometimes if he told you to give it up right now, wherever it is in your life that you hide in your mind and physically and all type of stuff, what you don't want to give it up, give it up. That's right. That's how it is. Yahweh wants you to give it up sometimes we make excuses too, like coming to class, but Yahweh can eliminate your excuses for that, but like I said, I'm just thankful. I'm going to take my seat right now, but, hopefully we just learned our lesson and don't violate the consciousness, because the consciousness is Yahshua too, and he can't lie to you, and, and love is something, man, who can separate us from the love of the Messiah? Nobody can. If you love Yahweh and Yahshua love you, and you love him back, keep that. Don't let Satan go in there and take that away from you. And like I said, me personally, I just hope that with Yahshua, just to keep the spirit forming, and once I hear the genuine truth that's been preached from heaven, and or somebody that got that spirit and got a spirit formed in them, that come up here and preach the same thing, blood, water, spirit, 40, and death, burial, resurrection, because Moses was born with the Holy Spirit, and we want to be like, them on the day of Pentecost. We want to receive the Holy Spirit. Those boys and girls, they have to wait for somebody to come. And he went into the graves, and he got them. And you don't know what, like, if you read the Bible, those people went through some stuff. And we go through some stuff too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just have to just make sure that, you know, Joshua is just, you know, give them all, it don't make a difference. If you got good days or bad days, just say, you know, I give all praise, all honor to Yahweh on him and Joshua the Messiah. And, once you give them all the praise, honor, and glory, and you see this thing for what it is, don't take it for granted, because, you know, like I said, that idea here is something else, and we come to learn about him and take my yoke and learn to me, and we just thankful, and if he and at the end of the age, those that's one thing, everybody sleep and Adam to the day of the revelation, or the person that died today or yesterday, that person sleep too. So when that day comes, we all will know who got immortality and who got a glorified body and with Yahshua, and because we got loved ones that passed away and friends, and we might say they didn't hear this teaching, but you don't know the heart of an individual, and we just have to say this, that don't worry about all that. Those that sleeping right now, like Paul said, some shall wake unto everlasting righteousness and others to everlasting contempt. So, me personally, it's just by Yahweh's will that, he keep all of us around. I'll see another day. And Yahshua too. And I just want y'all to know that I just praise Yahweh, Elohim, and Yahshua the Messiah.
Hallelujah.
Our next speaker for this class will be the Dean, Dr. John Quates.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I give all honor and glory to Yahshua Messiah and Yahweh Elohim. And one thing that the last vessel said was, well, he said a lot of things that came through him, but give him all the honor and give him all the glory. Give Yahshua that he's going to get anyway, but we should always remember to give him that. And what I did understand was the sincerity, that how serious that he was. Sometimes, we forget that our experiences in our own personal life, it's different, and you can't really express it the way that, everybody might not understand or might not feel it the way that person actually feel it that is coming through. And, if we could, then we would appreciate it more. And because we're all going through something, and this is a very, very wicked world down here right now. I'm going to get into something if it's Joshua's will. But some of the things that he was saying, how wicked this is, and talking about this conscience too. But, I was watching the news today, and I saw this guy get out of a car with a machine gun, with a gun, and just started it was on Channel 7 News, I think. And he just got out of the car, started shooting up in people's houses like this.
Wow.
Got back in the car, came back the next day, and just did the same thing. Now, conscious. Let's let's do it this way, and give me the thought of mankind's heart was evil continuously. That's in Genesis, yeah. Give me with Adam when he came. First, give me with Adam when he came out of the garden. When he said, "Where art thou?" Okay, and then I want to get where Adam. Where who's that? Well, I know. He killed somebody. Cain killed Abel, yeah. And his brother blood cried. But before that, he said, why is our countenance fallen? Yeah. So, sorry, just get some of those things. I don't know where those things are, but I'm sure you can find them.
What he says about the countenance?
Let's go in order. Give me the one in the garden first, I guess. Then give me the one with the, when he killed his brother. And then give me the one with Noah. And then, since we are talking about this, I guess we can even get, well, just give me those things first. And somebody look up, what was the word he used? Conscious? Consciousness, or what did he use? Conscious. Well, look that word up. All right, now let's go. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Genesis.
I don't know. Give me look it up first, I guess. Yeah. See, I think it's different ways of pronouncing this. You said this one right here? All right, look this one up. Conscience. Well, because one is like consciousness, but yeah, like awoke, and we hope that you are awoke. So, yeah, this word right here. All right. I've never been in this, went into this, so I don't know how this is going to come out. Joshua's will. We'll see what happens. So whatever you got, I mean, you don't have to go in order. Just give me something. Okay, so
Genesis 3:17.
Okay.
Yeah. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Curse is...
Let's do this first. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Now look. Before Eve came to Adam, in her heart and mind, see, she had broke that law. All right? Now, Adam, he willingly died. That's when everything took place, when the leaves and the trees and everything is going to reflect the man. All right, and this is when they're going to hide behind the trees. This is all important because you're dealing with somebody the way they feel now. There's been a change in state and conditions. Now, since there's a change in state and conditions, see, in their mind, see, then they can no longer stay in a place that was peaceful to reflect. There had to be a change. See, so everything had to change all around them, right? The season, I mean, the sun started going down. They started hiding. They started, whoa, I'm naked. Everything just started reflecting the way they felt. All right, now keep this in mind that this is a world, see, this is their world, so everything is reflecting the way they feel. The leaves are falling, I mean, everything is just reflecting the way they feel. Now, why is that so important? Because in their world, see, in their heart and mind first, but then later, there's a reflect in that garden to manifest the reflection of what's going on in their heart and mind. So now we can understand that in the world, if man conscious, or they'll have the thoughts in their heart and mind, see, and I got to get this, first of all, I got this thought in my heart and mind. I keep going back to the natural man, so I got to probably push that out of the way for a second. All right, give me that, go ahead.
Cursed is the ground for thy sake.
Right.
In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. And in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was...
We did miss, I kind of quoted it, but they were hiding first. You know, we need to get that, because they were hiding first, and Yahweh found them. You know, they couldn't hide. This is something, you know, this is important because, you know, this is what we do. You know, we try to hide. Yeah. You know, but go ahead.
Genesis 3:7.
Okay.
And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
So they tried to cover themselves up. So because their conscience has changed, they're going to do what? They're going to cover them. They got to cover themselves up. See, and this is what we do. See, we try to cover ourselves up. This is what mankind do. They try to cover themselves up. See, and the cover could be anything. Let's just make I don't care what you make the cover. Make the cover anything you want to make it. You know, make it whatever you want to make the cover. It ain't going to work. See, it's too short. It's see-through. However you want to look at this, it won't work. Go ahead.
And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim as they were walking in the garden.
Wait a minute. What does it say? As they were walking?
As they were walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves.
Now wait, they hid themselves. See, this is what we do. We hide. This is what mankind does. They hide themselves in churches. They hide themselves in bars, salons, in whatever thing they hide themselves. See, and you know, and how would I know that? Because I've hid myself before too. And I know. I'll tell you a story, and like he said, and I'm gonna get on with this real quick. In my life, I experienced something once, and I might have said this. I'm gonna really cut this up because I don't want to. But I was a black Hebrew Israelite. And yeah, I was a black Hebrew Israelite. And we had some people in our house. And I did something that, I was getting ready to do something I wasn't supposed to do. And a voice in my head said, you know you're not supposed to do that. And it sent me out of the house. All right? It sent, and I ran. This was before I came in this teaching. So I ran. And I ran because I'm running, you know, and I'm running before I even knew Yahweh. I'm running. I knew him as the Lord God of Israel. That's what I worship, the God of Israel. And I ran and I ran, and I got on a bus, I got on a train, and I got all the way. And all while I was running, I still heard this voice. You know you shouldn't have done that. You know you shouldn't have done that. And I'm still running. I'm running and up because it was a woman, and I'm running. I'm running. I didn't get to do anything, but I got to run because you know, in my mind, it was done. Yeah, exactly. In my mind, it was done. So I got to running and running and running and running, and I got on the train, and I still heard that voice. And then when I got off that train, and then I ran to this park called Oregon Park on the south side, and I got to Oregon Park, and I got to this tree. This is a testimony. I'm giving a testimony. I got to this tree, and I fell down at this tree. And I said, oh, and I raised, because when I was at Hebrew, it was like, this is how we prayed. We lifted our hands up like this. And this is how I prayed. And people were looking at me like, what are you? I didn't care who, you know what? I didn't care who saw me. As shy and as bashful as I am, I'm out in the middle of a park, under a tree, raising my hand up to God, saying, please don't hurt me. Please forgive me. So finally, I got back home, and this lady, this other lady, because anyway, this other lady, she said, I saw you. I saw you. I saw you under that tree. And I said, oh my goodness. How did she see me under? I thought it was witchcraft. Because how could she see me? And Myra's a witness. How did this woman see me under the tree? So I just brushed that to the side because I didn't know Yahweh at that time. I knew him as the God of Israel. So you can't run. That's my point. You know, again, I started off by saying this ain't valuable to nobody but me. See, stories in our lives. All right, now, I'm sorry I got distracted. Go ahead.
And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim as they were walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Elohim amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahweh Elohim called unto the man and said unto him, where art thou?
Where art thou? Now, Yahweh knew where he was. He knows where you at. See, you can't hide from him. See, men are as trees, so you can't hide behind no man. Go ahead.
And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself.
You've always been naked. So what's the difference now? Your conscience has been stripped. See, that communication. See, you lost something. See, you've been made subject to something. Not willingly. See, go ahead.
Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee not? That thou shalt not eat? And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me,
Yeah, see,
she gave me of the tree.
That crap don't work.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna break. You look, the woman, everybody's the woman. So pick one. The Roman Catholic Church, she's a woman. Pick a woman. It don't matter. It's not gonna work because he punished all of them. See, now give me the next one, because as a result, they had to get out of that garden. I'm gonna cut it up. They had to get out of that garden. He's walking out of the garden. Look at his hands. See, on his face, covering his face because he's ashamed. He's hurting in his heart and his mind. And see, to reflect that, see, now he's got to work. See, and now the woman's got to do about childbearing. See, there's a reflection. See, there's got to be some blood. See, there's got to be some sweat. See, there's got to be a change in a person's heart and mind. See, so therefore, everything that comes forth from them until the seed, which is Yahshua Messiah, comes forth, it's got to reflect. All the seeds are going to reflect, see, through childbearing, that they're messed up. So if that's the case, then listen, Adam's, he's got to have some bad kids. You know you got bad kids. Adam has some bad kids. See, now let's find out why he had bad kids. Why did he, go ahead.
Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Now, wait a minute. Let's go up a little bit more, because, see, he was given a chance to do something else. See, but he go ahead. Let's go back up. Because why thy countenance fallen? See.
Genesis 4:5. But unto Cain and to his offspring he had no respect. And Cain,
to his offering.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Wait a minute. He was very wroth. See, he was upset. He was mad. I think that's the definition of that word. He was jealous. He was angry. See, hey, go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou dost well, thou shalt not.
Now, see, here's the thing, all right? This is where you make this distinction at. If thou doest well, well, you know what? He can't do well. Now, the question is, why can't, like Paul said, the good I would, I can't. All right? Now, here's the reason why he can't do well. All right? Well, we know why he can't do well, because we've been in this class. We know Satan is incarnated in him. See, but this is the reason he can't do well. This is the reason he can't behave. All right? No matter what's in his conscience. Look, he can't behave himself. You have to understand what's happening. See, these people out here, they can't behave themselves. They got the I can't help it. All right? They got the I can't. Look, they hear something. Yeah, I won't disagree. They hear something. Saying, don't do this, do this. See, but they cannot obey that. See, they're not conscious. See, they don't understand. See, they have no relationship. It's severed. It's severed. What's the word? Severed. It's cut. You understand? It's like electricity. See, it's cut. It won't come on. See, for it to come on, it's got to, unite. It just won't come on. The light won't come on.
That's right.
See, so they can't do right. See, so to reflect that, he's going to kill his brother. And see, Yahweh, see, what he did when Cain killed his brother, he said that if you just do right, just all you got to do is just. But he said no, he can't. You see the problem here? He can't do right. You understand that? All right, now read that.
If thou dost well, thou shalt be exalted, and if thou dost not well, sin offering lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be
and
his
listen,
desire.
If I'm not mistaken, who was the firstborn here? So look, if you do right, hey man, you're the firstborn. Everything is yours. But you just can't do right. And that's a story all by itself, the firstborn. But we're not getting to that, because stay focused. All right, go ahead.
And thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Now, John 8:44 said he was a murderer and a liar from what? From the beginning. So see, that spirit that was incarnated in Cain. See, that's what's wrong with mankind. It's not so much their conscience. but it is. But we need to know what's causing the behavior. Let's get into let's get into it just a little bit. See, what's causing the behavior? See, the source of the problem. See, the source of the problem is those evil spirits incarnated in vessels. See, this is why. See, this is why when Yahshua Messiah walk around the earth plane, and give me this. We'll get back to about the thoughts of every mankind heart is evil continues. Look, this is what he did. He cast out those evil spirits out of a vessel, and that vessel said, well, was it Yahshua? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Was it Yahshua? Yeah. He said this man was in his right mind. Right. See, Bernie, you know where that's at? But the Mark 5th chapter. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's just see. See, now this is how a change has to take place. Other than this, I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are, how smart you are, and I'm very serious about this. Your education don't mean nothing. Right. You could be the president of the United States of America and be a big fool. Yeah. All right? Yeah. You could be that.
Yeah.
It just don't matter what your position is in this world, what your job is. It don't matter. Your achievements in this world. You understand what now, we're not against education. But you got to see there's something higher than education. You got to see what's causing the problems in mankind. Let's get to this. I ain't got a lot of time. Go ahead.
Mark 5, I'm going to start at 6.
Okay.
But when he saw Yahshua afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahshua, thou son of the Most High El? I adjure thee by Elohim, that thou torment me not.
That's so deep. That because you don't know what we're reading right there. See, he's identifying the Messiah. All right, and even his apostles, even his disciples couldn't identify him. You understand what's being said? All right, now those evil spirits incarnated in that vessel, they can identify him. All right, all right, because see, this is the cure to mankind. See, reminds me of these crooked doctors out here that know the cure to something, and they're going to give you something else. Go ahead.
For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he bestowed him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the demons bestowed him, saying,
Swine was unclean. Go ahead. Keep going.
Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Yahshua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down
Now, I'm going to interject this real quick. Now, what was said to in the garden, the dust of the ground shalt thou eat. See, in the dust, see, look, it's not the swine, but it's man that those evil spirits are incarnated in. So the swine, go run vitally into the water, whatever. See, because it's men that they want to get into. See, really and seriously. See, go ahead. The swine is just a reflect of the beast of like man is. Go ahead.
And the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea.
Legions, an army. You can see that guy had a real serious problem. Didn't he? You're the Sybil. Go ahead.
And they that fed the swine fled, and told it in the city and the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they came to Yahshua and see him that was possessed with the demons, and had the legion sitting and clothed.
Somebody get me with the house swept clean and garnished.
And his right mind, and they were afraid. And they,
now wait a minute, he was in his right mind. See, in his right mind. That's what you want to be. Let this mind be in you, that in your right mind. See, I haven't forgot about North. Okay, go ahead.
And they that saw
I'm also holding conscience. Okay, go ahead.
And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the demons, and also concerning the swine.
That's good.
And
Yeah, that's good. You can read it yourself. Go ahead. Give me what did I ask for? Yeah, okay. All right. All right. So did we finish that part? All right. Sitting in his right mind. Read that. Did you turn from it?
I read that.
Okay, good. Now give me what did I just ask for? Yeah, about the yeah. Give me that. All right. Before I say something else. Okay. Because I'm also thinking about the cup. Cleans out the inside of the yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. One thing I do know is if you rely on Yahshua Shai, he'll give you plenty to say. So much that you can't even you can't write it down. Go
This is
ahead.
Matthew 12 and 43.
Mhm.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man,
Mhm.
he walketh through dry places,
Mhm.
seeking rest and finding none.
Mhm.
Then said he, I will return into my
See,
house.
this is prior to the Holy Spirit being poured out. Now, once the Holy Spirit has been put in you, you are sealed. See, and once you're sealed, there's a change. See, meaning you no longer act the same. Now, somebody said, well, I didn't like Doc said on one tape, I didn't like rice, and you still don't like rice. That's not what we're talking about. I smoke. No, that ain't it. First of all, habits, this topic is so deep that we will not cover all of it. But go ahead.
And I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and talketh with himself 7 other spirits.
Now wait. This is why you come to class. You want your house swept, clean, and garnished. But this is why you don't stop coming to class. That's true. All right? You do not say, this is as good as apple pie. I'm sick of apple pie. And you go out the door and we never see you again. You have to stay. That's right. It's the preaching of the gospel. As the last vessel said, it burns it up. That's right. See, it burns it up. That's right. See, coals of fire. See, a heap upon a person's head, their heart and mind. See, and then it changes. Remember those coals of fire. Oh, man. Go ahead.
More wickeder than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
See that? Go to prison. Watch what I'm saying. Go to jail, go to prison, rehabilitate someone. They come out. I'm a changed man. That's why they let me out. Back to prison you go. What just happened? You wasn't filled with nothing. You know, instead of clean all the leavenings and that leavening. You know what I'm talking about? Leaven, thank you. Get it all out the corners. See, because if you don't get it out of the corners, it's stuck in the corner somewhere. Cleanse me from my secret faults. See, and that can't be done by sitting on the couch or laying on the prison bed. See, now it can't be done by you sitting your butt in the class or by you learning about Yahshua Messiah. It's the preaching of the gospel that changes a mind and converts a soul. See, as it says in Proverbs, see, 19 and 7, it's with the power to convert the soul. That's what we preach, the converting of a soul. See, soul and mind. See, it's the same. Soul and mind. Converting of the mind or the soul. And that's done only by the preaching of the gospel. That's the balm in Gilead. See, that's it. There's nothing else that can save us right now. See, there's nothing that can change you. Now give me where I was at right here. See, yeah, give me the definition. Yeah, give me the definition. Yes, give me the definition.
This is conscious from the Webster Online Dictionary. The sense of consciousness of moral goodness or blameworthiness.
This is when you get a chance, read The Natural Man. All right, now go ahead. I got time for you to read. I can't read The Natural Man while I'm up here.
Of one own's conduct, intentions, or character, together with a feeling of obligation to do right.
But I will say this about The Natural Man. I will say this, and that's this. See, when Yahweh, if you know exactly how he picks how he's not looking at the man who has a, you know, streaky clean, and how he's looking at the outward appearance. We gotta really look at this. You know, maybe just read it. Just read it. You know, whatever we can glean for this, we'll glean from it, and then maybe some other day. Or somebody else can go through, of course. All right, but let's just, because I mean, this is a good topic they were talking about. You know, and you're right. He always mentions conscious when this guy's on the floor. He always, and see that's how I know how sincere a person is, because they're not talking about nobody else. They're talking about conscience. They're talking about that. How more serious can you get if you're talking about your own conscience? Yeah. Never mind somebody else's conscience. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. What do we got? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I want. Where's that at, Mark? First page. But I gotta cut it up. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
You want that one? Okay. This is the natural man.
We're reading out of the textbook. Those who don't know what we got a textbook. Go ahead.
This is the textbook, volume 4, page 110, the natural man.
Mm-hmm.
The apostle manifestly takes his natural man from among such as the world holds in the highest rebuke for their natural parts, their learning, and their religion.
Remember what I told you? You could be the president of the United States. Yeah. That's a real poor acknowledgement, because he's an idiot. Go ahead. It's fair game.
He selects him from among the philosophers of Greece who sought after wisdom, and from among the Jewish scribes who were instructed in the revealed law of Yahweh. These are the persons whom he terms the wise, the scribes, the disputers of this world, men to whom the gospel was a stumbling block.
You see that? You see the difference? Yeah. They were smart guys, but the gospel was a stumbling block. See? Clefo Dollar. See? You got Joel Osteen. They got a lot of money, they got a lot of followers, but the gospel, the true gospel, is a stumbling block. Therefore, if they cannot change, see, go ahead.
And foolishness. The natural man is here evidently opposed to him that is spiritual. Okay, even as the natural body which we derive from Adam is opposed to the spiritual body.
That's right.
Which believe that will receive from the Messiah at the revelation of Yahshua the Messiah from heaven.
Okay, good. That's good. I can't read all that, but I'll just just read that to yourself, or read that whatever. All right. Genesis.
Genesis 6 and 5. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
See the thought. Now wait a minute. He saw what?
Wickedness of man.
The thought. He said what the thought? What now?
The thoughts of his heart was only.
Wait a minute. Do you understand? It's one thing for me to sit here and try to read one person's mind. All right, but to read everybody's mind, that's a mess. The closest thing I can do about that is that crazy movie I saw with Bruce Almighty. Nuts. You just look. He knew it. Look, I'll tell you what. Like Yahshua the Messiah, he said you haven't even heard his voice or seen him. Now, how did he know that? See, because he knows the secret thoughts. You remember, that's how Yahshua Messiah is able to say, look, everything that's in the dark should be brought to the light. See, because, this is dark. See, but Yahshua Messiah knows that everything, the eye of Yahweh is beholding both with the good and the bad. See, he sees all things. Now, wait a minute. He sees that eye is located up here in the most holy place. See, he's seeing all things. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, he's looking down at you. All right, now you understand? He's looking down at you. So he sees your soul. He sees what's going on in the flesh. See, maybe you can understand it that way. So if you don't understand it like that, then understand it like this. See the 7-branch golden candlestick? See, look, Yahweh, you can't hide. You couldn't hide in this age, the first age. You couldn't hide in the second age. You couldn't hide in the third age. You couldn't hide in the fourth age. You can't hide. See, there's nowhere to hide. See, that means hiding in the garden you can't do. See, the thoughts of mankind harbors evil continuously. That's why when Abraham, what did he do? He offered them up. Somebody said he didn't, but as Doc said on the tape, that he did offer them up. In his what? In his heart and his mind, he offered them up because he realized, he knew to have the faith that, look, that promise would come to effect. See, and that's why you see that cloud right there. You see Isaac. See, look, and in his mind, he offered them up. See, and that's why you also got to see right here how when Yahweh told him, "Would go back down." See, and look, Moses made his excuse. I can't go back down. They're going to kill me. I'm not going back down there, and I can't even speak. Why are you going to send me down there? Then Yahweh just spoke to what? In Aaron's mind and said, you go down and meet your brother. See, now wait a minute. That means he could speak in your heart and mind. Yeah. So he can, listen, he can, do you understand what's been said? Yeah. He can speak in your heart and your mind. Yeah. You understand that? See, he does this through dreams. He does this through visions. He can do it while you're just walking. You can do it while you're running. He can do it when you're sitting. See, he can just speak. See, he can penetrate that darkness. You see that? And cause that darkness to what? To roll back. See, that's what he does. See, that's the power we're trying to get you to see and understand. See, without that, you just be walking around here crazy as a Bessie bug. See, crazy as a nut.
That's right. See,
you have to have Yahshua's side to listen. I'm telling you, it's like Solomon and Gomorrah. See, and I was, because I gotta have, look, I listen to the Bible all the time when I'm at the gym, I'm at home. I love listening to the Bible. So it's there. Say, put it up there. See, and I remember listening to this story, how I'm thinking, wait a minute, Lot, he's rescued. He's rescued in Solomon and Gomorrah. That should be enough right there. Then, what does he do? He goes back. And then Yahweh sends the angels down and pull them out. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Don't go back down there. But no, I'm going to go back down there. And then Yahweh has to do what? He sends the angels. He says, I'm not going to hide from Abraham what I'm going to do. See, and he tells Abraham. And then what, Abraham, see, can't you understand? It takes Yahweh to what? To pull them out of that mess. See, because otherwise you're going to do what? You're going to want to return. See, this is what you're going to want to do. See, because in your conscience, see, it's like when the children of Israel, see, now watch, when the children of Israel came out, hey man, didn't we have leeks and all that garlic? Man, we had it made down there. Let's go back down there. You're going to want to go back down there. See, but Yahweh has to do what? He has to pull you out and show you, see, that this is better. This is better. And see, once you learn that it's better, this is it. This is it. See, you satisfied. Don't you always say when you satisfied? You satisfied. See, but until you satisfied, you say, you what? I'm going back down there. I want to go back down there. My brothers are down there. My friends are down there. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever they are. I mean, so that don't work like that. See, so we see it right there. And you see how those animals, they were brought to this altar to the sacrifice. They were innocent. Those animals were innocent. Now, why? You can't offer a man. See, you had to offer up animals. Now, think about this. You had to offer up animals. Remember how the children of Israel were down there and told Pharaoh, let us go. Pharaoh said, yeah, okay, yeah, you can go. But leave your children. All right, take your children, but leave your animals. No, we can't leave our animals because we don't know how we're going to worship Yahweh. We got to what? Take our animals with us. See, why? Because he got to offer up their animals because they're a type of Yahshua's side, but they're innocent. But man ain't innocent. See, that's why he had to, when he was placing Mary, that had to be that special repair, see, because man was tainted. See, no other man could do what Yahshua's Messiah did. See, because all man was dead. Romans 5:12. All man was what? Dead from the fall of Adam. Now, we can't forget that. They were dead from what? From the fall of Adam. See, Yahweh came to move that sin out of the way. See, what sin? The sin of disobedience. See, move it out of the way. Now what we're doing now, we calling Dr. Kinley Yahweh. We calling our Reverend so-and-so Yahweh. And what did Matthew 23:9 say? Call no man. See, father or master. See, or teacher. See, you got to realize what's been said here. See, don't call me teacher. Don't call me master. I ain't going to call you that. See, you worship Yahweh with your whole heart, with all your might. See, that's what we got to do. And how you going to do that? How can you worship Yahweh with all the distractions? Romans 8 chapter with all the distractions. What should separate us from the love of Yahweh? Then they go to naming things. See, they go to naming things. See, Because there's things out here that will try to separate you. See, and listen, in the law, this is what they did. Before I even look, the prophet, y'all always say, look, their heart, see, with their heart is far from me. With their hand they want to serve me. With their heart are what? Far from me. See, that's in the prophets. See, and that's we want our hearts to be what? Close to Yahweh. See, other words, see, we don't want to be far from Him. See, that's what our hope is. That's what I desire. See, we talked about how Yahweh knows where you at, and how Ezekiel the 37th chapter, the 14th verse. See, Yahweh said, "I'll bring you from out of Egypt, from out of your graves, and bring you into the land." See, of Jerusalem. See, He's going to bring you. See, I love this story because no matter where you at, He's going to find you. See, you understand that? He's not lost. We're lost. See, you think Yahweh's lost. No, we're lost. See, and it's Yahweh that defines us. See, and you know what? Who do you know that could tell somebody, go over there in the water and that fish right there, not even seeing the fish, by the way, that fish right there got a corn in his mouth. Out of thousands and thousands, whatever, millions of fish in the ocean, but that fish right there got a corn. Who do you know can do something like that? Nobody. See, Yahweh knows the value. He knows where you at. All His sons, He knows. See, that's the love that He has. See, He's going to rescue you. See, He's going to pull you out of darkness. See, He ain't going to leave nobody. See, that's the confidence that we got to have, that He won't leave you. See, that He's going to get you. He's going to grab you. He's going to change your mind. You understand that He's got to change? Look, see, the Revelations, the first chapter we read the other day, how look, He's going to wash you what? In His blood. See, how is He going to wash you in His blood and make you a priest and king? See, how is He going to do that? It's by the preaching of the gospel. You see that? It's by the preaching of the gospel. See, that's why in Revelation, the 21st or the 22nd chapter, it says that, look, there's nothing unclean shall what? Enter therein. See, that means that, look, if something is wrong with you, think about that hidden, that garment that was what? That He went to bury that garment. See, yeah, He buried that garment in the ground. See, and He was like, yeah, where's it at? See, they found it. Yeah, they did. The Babylonian garment. See, that's us. See, remember, things in your heart and in your mind. I believe He did say that. He did say stuff that is hidden in the heart. And yeah, you know what? I know I have things hidden in my heart and mind. See, I am not standing, and I do not like playing hypocrite. See, because that would be wrong. See, so I can only hope that Yahshua, and I've said this before, that Yahshua just have mercy on my soul. And that's the thing that I liked about the lecture yesterday as well. That mercy and the grace. See, I'm telling you, you never know what you're going to miss. Pay attention. Don't judge the book by its cover. Judge what's in the book. See, because you never know. See, we put these people get up here, you don't know what's going to come through their mouth. See, and don't be looking at them because of the way their hair look or where they look. See, or because they saying this, you see. I like to look at it like this. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but there's a reason for this. Listen, this is what people do. They look at people and they say, he's too fat. He got the wrong shoes on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
What they got hanging out of his nose?
Right. Yeah.
Distractions.
Yeah, that's right.
This is why when you up here, you know, we do have rules, but we don't want distractions. Because we got enough distractions with people sitting in their chair thinking about the water on the stove. Thinking about the baby that's not here. Those are distractions. See, so Yahweh has to do what? Has to make you focus. Focus. See, because if He doesn't make you focus, your attention will be off of Him, and it'll be something on something else. And it was said the other day how this is what they like to do, just cause you, next thing you know, you over there somewhere in outer space.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, now look. There has to be what? A change of consciousness. Give me are you not holding anything, right? Okay, give me 2 Corinthians, where we written in our hearts and minds. Ye are our epistles, written in our hearts and our minds. Yeah. Because see, this is what we're looking at. See, in this age, see, we're books. We're epistles.
That's right.
See, what's written in our heart and mind, see, it should be written by Yahshua the Messiah. See, and this is why the mind, like the vessel said, this is why the mind is so delicate. See, it's so delicate. That's why you do not play or say things, because this is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
It's a very serious thing, and we don't want to be up here writing things.
Right.
See, in somebody's consciousness. See.
2 Corinthians 3,
Right.
and we're going to start at
Now,
1.
Go ahead.
Do we begin again to condemn ourselves?
Wait a minute. Is that right?
Command. Oh, I'm so sorry. My
Okay.
bad.
No, we don't want to condemn ourselves.
No. 3, okay. Do we start at 1.
We started one, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. Thank you, class.
That's all right. Go
Do we
ahead.
begin to command ourselves, or need we, as some
Well,
others,
since we're doing this, we might as well get it right. What's the correct word? Command or
Command.
command or condemn?
command?
Command, okay.
Oh, it's command?
Yeah.
Command.
And that's okay.
Thank you,
Because
class.
this is what we need. Because this is how things get understood. And here we can correct it. Out in the world, they just take it and run with it. And don't even know they're saying something wrong or doing something wrong. Go ahead. It's a blessing. Go ahead.
Do we begin again to commend ourselves, or need we, as some others, epistles of commendation to you, or letters of commendation from you? Ye are epistle written in our hearts, known and read of all men.
See, your actions, your very behavior while you're out in the world. See, ye are an epistle. See, and people know who you are based on what you do. See, and the way you carry yourself and all that. See, that's why when we do our events at this thing, see, believe it or not, we're all on TV. See, we're all on camera. See, you think because you ain't get up on the floor, you all on camera. Because believe me, I work here, and I know you're on camera. Because see, they looking at me all the time, and when you get here, they waiting on. See, look, these people are waiting on us to get here, because we're such a big crowd. But they'll look. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. They're just watching. See, and so we're a reflect. See, we're a reflection of that. See, now, go ahead.
Okay. For as much as ye are manifestly declared to be the epistle of the Messiah ministered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living Elohim, not in tables of stone, but in the fleshly tables of the heart. And such confidence have we through the Messiah towards Yahweh, not that we are sufficient of ourselves.
See, we're not sufficient of ourselves. That's why, ain't nothing good about you, ain't nothing good about me. The only good thing about us is Yahshua Messiah is resurrected in us. That is our sufficiency. See, in other words, you are not sufficient. See, you just can't make it. See, now, when Yahshua Messiah went into the grave, well, let's do it this way. We have Romans 1:19 and 20. We talked about this. Romans 1:19 and 20. Look, Yahweh has made a way. Give me Romans 1:19 and 20, because what this is, well, look for an excuse if you can to behave the way you think you should behave. Now we're going to read this.
Romans 1:19 and 20. Because that which may be known of Yahweh is manifest in them. For Yahweh have showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made.
So see, we have no excuse. So see, I don't care who you are, what religion, look, no excuse. What does that mean? You have no, look, well, I know. Maybe, okay, that's a good one. But he's going to take flame and vengeance on them that, what? Give me that one. That know not and obey not. See, because what we're talking about is a person conscious, right? Look, if you have no excuse. Now, I actually lately have been meditating on, as far as like the lake of fire, as far as like that burning. And what's coming to me is this, is that those of us who have been in this teaching, who've had an opportunity to hear this teaching, that is a burning desire. Listen, because you or I or someone had blown their chance, their opportunity, that burning desire, I can't, remember, I tell you, you can't describe this. That burning desire, that's just that burning desire. We messed up. I don't know no other way of saying it. You know, because you don't want that to be like that. See? And you got to remember, he's taking flaming vengeance. Yahweh's very serious. Because remember, he told the children of Israel, when you get up there, if your mama, if your brother, if your sister said, come on, let's bow down and worship something else, kill them. Just stone them. Why would he do that? Because your soul is just that serious. Just that serious. That you don't want your conscience to be strayed by your mama, your wife, your sister. As Yahweh said, who's my mom? Who's my mother? See? Who's my brother? See, those that do the will of Yahweh. That's your brother. See, that's your mother. See, that's your family. See, that is your true family. Everybody else is going to your other mother from another mother, your brother from another mother, all that other kind of crap. See, all that stuff, they're going to tell you to go, don't go to class. Don't do this. Do that. This is more important. But see, with somebody in the teaching, go to class. See, because see, they know their conscience. You talk to them, they're dealing with the conscience. See, everybody else, man, I don't care about what your conscience says. Go ahead.
Even his eternal power and supernal nature, so that
there, without excuse.
Without excuse.
Now, give me the other one. To know what I.
2 Thessalonians.
Okay.
2 Thessalonians 1 and I would start at 7.
Mm-hmm.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us. When Yahshua the Messiah shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
With his mighty angels. See, as it was said, he ain't coming back by himself. With his mighty angels. Go ahead. And look, you should be with him too. Go ahead.
In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh.
Now, wait a minute. See, all the parables that we can think about, and I can think of a lot of parables. How the 5 silly women, and I got a lot of parables we could talk about. They're all going to point up to the one thing, the wheat, the tare, all point up to one thing. The man who didn't have the correct clothes on. It's going to all point up to the sitting at the garment, busting the wedding feast. It all points to the same thing. Your conscience has not been changed. See, and that's what we want to happen. We want our conscience, we want our heart and mind to be changed. Because look, you could look in the mirror and say, are you in there? You know what? It is something in there. See, it is something beyond this face. Let's try and get you to see something beyond this face. You have an existence beyond this physical body. See, you have that soul, and that is what has to change. All right? It's the soul that has to change, not the physical body. See, it was said that if you eat, look, do you know that you could go to the gym every day? I'm a witness to this. You go to the gym every single day and not lose no weight. No change whatsoever. But you know why? Here's one of the reasons. Because you didn't change your eating habits. You're still eating junk. Now, why is that so important? I said I wasn't going to do this, but it takes them both. See, you have to exercise in the spirit. See, do some studying. See, exercise in the spirit. But now you got to do some eating too. It has to become effect. You can't eat the same garbage that you've been eating. Now, once you do them both, see, the two witnesses, once you do them both, you put them together, then you're going to have a transformation. Then you're going to lose some body fat. Then you're going to lose some face fat. You're going to lose something. You understand? You're going to lose something. But see, you got to do them both. See, you got to exercise the spirit. See, and then you got to eat. You just can't say, I'm just, oh, look at me. Look at my conscience. Ooh, look at my conscience. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. You got to eat too. You got to eat the right food. And then there's a change of conscience. Yeah, now I had a chance to put those two together. I'm so happy. I was waiting on that. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
And that obey not the glad tidings of our Savior, Yahshua the Messiah.
Yeah, there you go. That obey not the glad tidings. You got to obey it, folks. The only way you're going to obey it is Yahshua the Messiah. See, this is why this high priest, when he went up here, once a year, he went up here on the Day of Atonement. See, to what? To make them one. See, and look, remember he took blood up there. See, now they couldn't change themselves. See, and it still haven't changed. You can't change yourself. It's still going to take the blood of Yahshua Messiah. See, you can't change yourself, and it's going to have to be him that goes to the Father for you. He's the high priest of high priests. He has to be the one that ascends up, put it on his pattern. He has to be the one that ascends up and takes the blood to there. He has to be the one to carry those breastplates. See, look, and we said it before, look, there's only one woman. See, there's not two women. See, and this, look, over here you don't even see a woman. You know, and it did bother me for a little while. You don't see a woman right here. But you do see an olive leaf. See? And you see an olive leaf, a dove right here. See? You see it right here. But see, now look. Just as it was one woman. Adam had one woman. There's only one woman. That woman is close. Look, you become a part. See, I think it's somewhere like in, it said that they should come to the mountain. See, what is that? Of Elohim. Isaiah the second chapter. Isaiah the second chapter. To come to the mountain of Elohim. Because it's talking about this mountain. See how they were gathered around that mountain. See, that's what we're going to do. See, we're going to be gathered around him. And we're going to be placed in him. That one woman. We're going to be placed back into that one man. There's only one man. Listen, there's only one woman. That's what the story is all about. It's a love story. See, but look, that's why he was crucified on the place of the skull. Because he's going to change what? Your heart and your mind. See. Isaiah the second chapter. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I like the Holy Name Bible. When you read it, go ahead. No, that's fine. I don't care. I like Bibles that actually have footnotes and all the other kinds. I don't see none of these things over here. You guys got nothing.
Isaiah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Isaiah 2:3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go unto the mountain of Yahweh.
Many people. Now read it out of the King James Bible. What are you reading now?
Actually, I can read. I have it on my phone.
Right. I'm sorry. Just
Which
bear
one
with
you
me.
want, 2?
Yeah, two and 1.
This is Isaiah 2:1.
Mm-hmm.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amzon saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations.
See, now this one says all nations. This one says what?
It says all nations also.
Okay, all nations. Go ahead.
Shall flow unto it.
So the nations are the what? Jews and what? Gentiles. So see, we're going to become a part of that body. I want to forget what I'm talking about. We're going to become a part of that body. All of it. I think that, look, there is no more Jew or Gentile. Right. See, there's just one. See, breaking down that wall of what? A partition. See, and making us what? One. What'd you point at? Oh, okay. So, making us what? One in Yahshua Messiah. One woman. See, that one promise that was made to Abraham. And listen, that promise that was made to Abraham was made before the law was even given. Before the law was even given. And that promise was made that, look, in his seed, all the families of the earth will be blessed. See, that's so that you don't have to be circumcised or uncircumcised. See, you're circumcised what? In the heart. See, that one woman. See, and that one woman, she's loving her what? One husband. And she's what? Obedient to what? Her one husband. See, remember when she was in that garden. See, and Adam told him, because she had the commandment from Adam. See, look, I was told, don't touch. See, and Yahweh said, don't touch. See, but now we are obedient to our husband. See, because now he has put his spirit in us. See, and we know, that's the bell, I got 4 minutes. All right. He knows that what? We are his. See, look, this thing is by grace that we're saved. It's not by works, you know. And that's something all deep by itself. Because see, you think about what's been said. If it was by works, then you know that you could clear your conscience. I mean, think about if you could pay your way into heaven, or you could work your way into heaven, then you wouldn't have to. Only rich people would be there. Only rich people would be there, but this would be the way that you would. It would be like medicine for your conscience. You know, my medicine for my conscience is I'm gonna go do the wrong thing, then I'm gonna go, here's some money, take this, and then I'm okay. I'm gonna do some more wrong thing, here's some money. Exactly, no conversion. See, that's why it can't be by works. It has to be what? By grace. that ye are saved. And it has to be a cleaning in the inside. Clean first the inside of the cup. That's what I want. Clean first the inside of the cup. Because see, that's what people do. They clean what? The outside of the cup. See, that's what the scribes and the Pharisees, they were looking at. If you can get that, that'd be my last scripture. See, I know. Because that's what we do. We look at the outside of the cup. We look at the cover. See? And see, it's like a masquerade party in class and in the world. You know, Halloween. It is. It really is, you know. Because we don't know what's going on in your heart and mind, and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
See? And you know what? I don't want you to know what's going on in my heart and mind either. But the sooner you open up your mouth, we have a pretty good idea.
Right. Right.
If you start talking stupid, we got a pretty good idea what you're thinking about. All right, and you got it? Okay, anybody knows where that's at? The cleansing inside of the cup? Yeah. I don't know. 23rd chapter? Okay. All right, go ahead. I got a couple minutes.
Okay.
And I'll just take this minute. All honor and glory go to Yahshua. He's our King. And he
Matthew
deserves the glory.
23 and 26.
Go ahead.
Thou blind Pharisees, clean first that which is written.
Now, how were they blind? You know, the guys probably had natural sight. How were they blind? They couldn't see what? Spiritually and psychologically. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Thou blind Pharisees, clean first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of
clean
them.
the inside, the conscience. Clean the soul first. See, and then everything else will follow. Go ahead.
That the outside of them may be clean also.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what we're trying to get you to see. Cleanse the inside of the cup. See, you want your conscience to be clean. But the only way that's going to take place is by the preaching of the gospel. That's the only way. Remember how the prophets, you remember, listen, the prophets, this is what they did. Straighten up, Israel. Straighten up, Israel. Straighten up, Israel. No, I'm going to kill you. And that's what they did a lot of times. No, I'm throwing you in prison. No, I don't want to hear what you got to say. We got it. We're going to go worship. We're going to do whatever we want to do. We got the sun god. We got the Baal. We're going to do whatever we want to do. Then Yahweh said, because of your disobedience, you can no longer stay in Canaan's land, in Jerusalem. Come on out. And I'm going to put you in what? In captivity. See, and put you in bondage. But don't worry. 70 years, I'm going to bring you what? Bring you out. I'm going to bring you back. See, you see how Yahweh, how he loves? He's what? Put you up there. See, and then he what? Cast you down. See, and the only way you can get back in that state and condition, mankind, see, is to what? For him to take us back up there. That's why he did bring them back to that mountain. He did bring them back up there. But it took him to do it. Just like it takes that priest to bring us up there. See, you can't bring yourself to Yahweh. See, you can't bring your own sacrifice. See, because you're not going to offer up the blood. You're going to offer up something else. See, and for that reason, you know. Listen, all honor and glory go to Yahshua, our Savior and King, who deserves, you know, I just hope that he keeps me, because it's getting so bad coming to class now, you know, because there's always something to say, don't go. But listen, come on down here, sit down here, encourage people to come. Try to come whenever you can. If you can't come but once a week, come once a week. You know, if you can't, look, Yahweh knows the intent of your heart, but if you don't never come, see, then we're looking at you. Where you at? You seen her? You seen her? See, because we love you. So come on back to class. And, you know, because we want you. See, we need you. And you need us. See, we need each other. Because we're a family. See, all honor and glory to our Father, Yahshua Messiah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah. That ends tonight's class. I have a few announcements. Please come and study with us anytime. We meet every Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., Monday and Thursday, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Best Western Plus in Hillside. Address is 1144 Frontage Road. What is it? 4400. Oh, I'm sorry, 4400 Frontage Road, second floor in the Wall Street Room. Now, maybe y'all be dismissed. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise Elohim, our Savior, through Yahshua the Messiah, our Sovereign, belong glory and majesty, dominion and power, both before all